So unmute that. Hey, Sky Zone, how's it going? Am I playing games after the Untitled Car Show? Yes, I am. Be playing some Forza. Trying to get through that as much as possible before WRC comes out. I was also hoping. Let's see if I can actually. Went to a car show today. Was hoping to get the photos uploaded here, but for some reason, they're supposed to automatically upload. However, for some reason, they are not doing that. Actually, they are currently doing that. That's cool. So maybe they'll pop up in a minute here. I don't know. See what happens. Base game is good. I like it. I'm enjoying it. So anyway, let's get this rolling. Only a couple things I kind of want to touch base on. This week, a couple things I kind of forgot to take note of. But one thing I'm not sure if I talked about it already, but Toyota wants to make for EVs, they want to make a manual transmission that is more like an actual manual transmission. So if you're starting up on a hill and it will actually roll back, kind of like a clutch. If you have the clutch in, it'll roll back. That's kind of what they want to do. They want to make it as close to the real thing as possible. Whether or not they're going to actually be able to pull that off, I think they will. I also think it's a good idea to do something like that because if we're going to be losing manual transmissions, we're going to be losing, who knows? Maybe we'll be losing gas engines altogether, which is pretty sad for sure. It's pretty cool of them that they want to do that, though, to be honest. I think it's a good idea. I hope they pull it off. I hope it's actually really good. I hope it actually is like a real manual transmission, the way that they hope it's going to be. Be good to see. Yeah, that's pretty much what I read. Was they wanted it to be like a clutch. You have things like if you're starting off, like I said, if you're starting off on a hill, it's gonna roll back, and things like that, like a manual transmission. So that's a good thing. It's cool. It's a cool idea. Hopefully they can pull it off. I think they will. I mean, I'm not that much of a Toyota fan, but they've been kind of doing some things lately that have been pretty cool. And talking about doing some things that are pretty cool. I mean, the big thing that they kind of, I think, screwed up on was the new Supra. Now, some people not gonna really agree with that, but it's basically just a reshelled BMW Z4. That's just my opinion. It's basically what it is. It's sad. They could have really, developed the car themselves. But, a lot of manufacturers are partnering up, doing things. So, not really all that bad, I guess. It's not, crime. A lot of people seem to like the car. So, one other thing, real quick, about kind of the Japanese manufacturers. The Nismo, the new Nismo Z car has kind of hit dealerships, and the dealers are of course, marking the car up. One dealer, I think, what was it, 158,000? They marked it up to, and it's another car that is getting kind of the markup treatment. It's really stupid. It's getting old. It needs to stop this whole markup thing on cars like that, because it's not. You're only really the dealer is the only one that's actually getting anything out of it. They're just making a boatload of extra money. Not really gonna get into that too much. That's just, the way it is. It's disgusting. Everybody feels that way. So I mean, I know they'll probably end up selling the car, but yeah, you're paying way too much over a sticker for that. Um, Kind of making a main topic here is the voting for the next Summer Olympics happened. Now, I guess from what I heard, motorsports was on the ballot, I guess you could call it. It did not get voted in. So that kind of calls the question, should racing be in the Olympics? I think it should, in a way. These drivers are athletes. I know it's a big debate, but a lot of these guys, they go through pretty tough training, and they do deal with a lot, especially Formula One drivers, the G forces going through turns and stuff. Um, you know, you got NASCAR drivers and stuff. It gets hot in the cars. Um, Even F1 drivers just had it happen a couple weeks ago. The event, the race that they were in, it was just hot. The drivers were like super, a couple drivers were like super weak getting out of the car because they were just sweating so much because it was so hot. So they go through a lot. I forget what there were two events, I believe, that did get voted in. A couple of them, I think I don't know, maybe both of them were pretty stupid, but I don't remember which ones they were. But for racing to be in the Olympics, I'm not sure exactly how they would do that. Whether it would be like, straight up just like racetrack, or maybe they do like some sort of rally cross or something like that. I know I don't know if they still have it, but there is or was, depending on if they still do it or not, the Race of Champions. So it was basically just people, race car drivers from around the world, different disciplines, um, racing, same cars. They were identical cars. They raced, head to head on a kind of like a rally. If you think of like a rally super special stage, um, where the drivers go head to head. But only this was kind of the same thing in a small spot, and they went to. I have not seen that. Um, you know, there's a pretty crazy video I saw going around for a little bit. Was Carl Edwards versus Michael Schumacher. As most people know, Michael Schumacher, set a lot of F1 records that have now been broken by people like Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Uh, Carl Edwards beat Schumacher in a Fiat 500 Abarth by like a second, I believe, was the whole. It was a little bit more than a second, I think, is what he won by. Um, Kind of, put in perspective that NASCAR drivers really are good race car drivers. Um, you know, this was a tight course, very windy, and Schumacher was obviously the favorite to win, and he didn't. But I'm sure you could. That clips, like I said, that clip's been kind of going around, so you could probably find it. But it's actually wondering if that's how they would do the have it set up so that it's the same car. I wouldn't use the Fiat 500, obviously, but same car on a smaller track, head to head. You kind of bump each other out, or if it multiple disciplines. You have each country go up and they have a driver for their different disciplines and race them that way. And I would race them in identical cars to kind of even it out a little bit, in my opinion. So I think, yeah, I think that's the way that they should do it. It should definitely take a look at that being in. I'm glad skateboarding made it in. Um, that took you know way too long to happen because I mean skateboarding is a worldwide sport. Um, but yeah, I mean maybe a lot of people don't really see a race car driver as an athlete. I do. I am one of the people who do see them as athletes, like I said, because they deal with a lot. I mean, especially endurance drivers. You go through a 24-hour race, and the things you gotta go through, and you don't sleep regular, things like that. It's just yeah, it should be in eventually. Because I forget what the two sports were that did get voted in, but they were not. I don't think they were really cool, to be honest. I think there were a couple of lame things. And if you look at the Olympics, there's a lot of sports that really aren't that great, um, that are kind of questionable. I mean, I know it's a world. These sports are supposed to be like done worldwide and everything, but I don't know. Some of them are just, I don't know, in my opinion, stupid. But I'm not really an expert, so it is what it is. So that'll be it for this week. Very short show. I might be keeping these a little bit shorter, um, instead of doing a long form kind of thing. Uh, yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna be playing Forza here in a second. So once I wrap up the recording, so be like a quick 2-minute break or so. See here. Yeah, I think so. Depending on which one you're talking about, but yeah, I think I did. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna probably gonna keep these a little bit shorter from now on. Um, maybe only talking about one or two things. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll do a longer one, like once a month. But yeah, I appreciate anybody watching currently. Appreciate anybody watch it on, like I said, you can always watch it on YouTube. I will be posting it um, tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Yeah, probably tomorrow. Um, Actually, give me one moment. Let me see. I'll talk about this um, car show I went to today, like real quick. I didn't take very many pictures of it. Okay. All right, so here's was a 98 Dodge Viper, if I remember correctly, the year. It was maybe second generation Viper. You really don't see too many Vipers all that much. Um, had a convertible hardtop, and it's got the hood up there. Pretty nice Cobra convertible. The old SN95 variety. These were pretty cool. Like I said, didn't take really many pictures. This was a very nice Fox body convertible. Very good shape. Got a Rausch, which I took a couple pictures of this one actually. Yeah, under the hood. This is pretty cool. The artwork on the like engine insulation thing. Pretty nice. Guy's got the accents and everything. I've seen this one more than one time. I've seen it multiple times actually. It is very small. I make it small when I go to the PC display thing. But yeah, I've seen that a bunch of times. Got the Challenger 392. Decent color. Similar to the color of my car, and this was the last picture basically. I think the guy said it was a 21 or 22 Mach 1. Awesome car. Those things are pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't really take many pictures. I was too kind of focused on, some other things and whatnot. Yeah, that's about it. I think not sure what honestly there's only a couple of shows left. Car shows left for this year. There's one I'm planning on going to the first or second weekend in November, and then maybe one more after that. But yeah, sucks. Winter's coming, so I'm gonna have to. There's gonna be a lot of racing news and stuff coming out of drivers, switching rides and whatnot. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this week. So hope everybody enjoyed it. As always, Sundays I try to start at 10:30. Start a little bit after 11 today, but I do try to start at 10:30, so you can always catch it then. I do post Twitter, Instagram. You can always hit the link in the bio for all my links for various social media pages and couple companies and stuff that I'm affiliated with. So hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope you had a great weekend. Hope you have a great week. I will be streaming this week more than what I have been. Yeah, we're getting ready for the new WRC game, so it's gonna be some awesome shit. But yeah, hope everybody had a great weekend. And remember, thank you for watching the Untitled Car Show. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you come back. Hope you follow. Do whatever you're gonna do. But most importantly, I'll catch you later, and don't be a douche.